covered. Honestly, I've never been in a bridal party before. The truth is, I don't really even know what it entails. When Scott and I got married, we just went to the Justice of the Peace. I guess I'm a little bit nervous and I won't know what to do. Plus, between work and the kids, and maybe you want someone younger?
You don't have to worry about that because I have you covered.
Oh, really?
That's right. I have planned every aspect of every detail, and I have it all written out for you. We'll have a couple of smallish get-togethers, like a bridal shower, and of course a little bachelorette fun. I know that you have a family and a career, of course. I so admire that about you. So I promise you, I am keeping things super simple and have everything organized for you. All you need to do is make a couple of phone calls and confirm a couple of reservations.
Okay, well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, it won't be, I promise. And Carly, this would mean so much to me. Just think of all the fun we're going to have.
It does sound like fun. And of course, I want you to enjoy every moment leading up to your wedding. It's really not going to be a lot of work for me.
It won't be, I promise.
Well then, okay, I will do it. I'm happy to accept. Thanks so much for thinking of me.
Oh, yay! I'm so excited. Wait until I tell Brian. Later today, I will send you all the info and planning I have done.
Looking forward to it.
Carly, I need to talk to you now. Pick up. Carly, where are you?
Oh my god, Brian, what's up? Is there an emergency?
Yes, there's an emergency. Thanks to you, I have a fiance who hasn't stopped crying since yesterday. She's inconsolable. She's telling me that she isn't sure if she wants to go through with our wedding.
Doesn't want to go through with the wedding? Why on earth not? Did something happen?
Yes, something happened. She said that it's because of you.
Because of me?
Yes, Carly, because of you. Don't play dumb with me. Did you tell Bridget that you would be her matron of honor? And then change your mind and back out?
Well, yes, Brian, I did.
What? What is wrong with you? Do you have any idea how devastated she is? She says that if this is how her future sister is going to treat her, she's not sure she wants to be a part of this family anymore. I can't believe you would do something like this, Carly. I don't think I'm asking for much here, but would you please reconsider? I know how busy you get with your job and the family, but seriously, how hard could it be? She told me how easy she even made everything for you. She booked all the activities, made the guest lists and invites, gave you all the info you would need. Why can't you just do this for us? She was so upset when her own sister said no. I was the one who suggested that she ask you.
So this was all your idea?
Yes. I couldn't believe that her own sister would be so cruel and say no to being there for her. And I told her how amazing my own sister is and how soon you guys would be sisters too. I guess I was wrong.
And Brian, was it also your idea that I pay for everything?
Huh? What do you mean?
Was it your idea that I pay for everything? The bridal shower, an engagement party, and a bachelorette weekend?
Well, I know they say that being at a wedding party can get pricey nowadays. But come on, you're doing well these days. Is it really going to kill you to buy a couple gifts, go away for a couple of nights at a hotel? I mean, are you telling me that you can't handle that? I tell you what, if you're really being that cheap about it, I'll pay your share, okay? It can be our secret. You know I'm good for it. What do you need? A couple of grand or so?
Make it more like 30 grand.
What? 30 grand? As in $30,000?
$30,000. I'll need to meet all the requests your future wife has made.
What are you talking about? She told me she made some very small plans, nothing fancy, and that she did all the work and planning. All you had to do was send out some invites, make a few calls. Where the hell are you getting 30 grand from?
I'm getting it from the list that Bridget gave me. And it's true. She wanted me to make a few calls. And so when I first saw her list, that's what I did. I started calling all of the restaurants and places she booked these smallish events of hers. But she wanted me to do more than make a call, Brian. Every single one of these places was expecting my call because Bridget told each and every one of them that since I was the one paying for everything, that they should get my credit card information.
What? Oh, you mean like to secure a reservation, right?
No, Brian. Bridget told each and every place that I was the person footing the bill for everything. Take the engagement party, for example.
Yeah, well, I mean, that can't be all that much. She said we were going to keep it small, the local brewery.
I guess we have very different ideas about what small means. She's invited over 100 people, booked the brewery's private room with full open bar on a Friday night, even just serving sliders and wings. It's over $100 per person.
Oh, so like 10 grand just for the engagement party?
Yup. And then we have the bridal shower to contend with. One of her work friends graciously offered to host it at her home.
Oh, well, that's good.
Sure, it sounds nice, right? Except Bridget told her friend that since she's hosting, to talk to me about the catering. Bridget booked a fancy caterer for the day. The guy was planning a crepe station and an Aperol spritz cart, all for the low price of $6,000 before tax and gratuities.
6 grand for the bridal shower?
Yup. And let's talk about the bachelorette party.
She told me she wants to go to Vegas. That's not so awful. Lots of people go to Vegas for their bachelorette weekend.
Sure, they do. But do they all fly there first class and get a suite at the Wynn and make reservations for Michelin star meals?
But won't everyone pitch in for that?
Brian, even with the other ladies pitching in and splitting Bridget's costs, that Vegas weekend will cost me nearly 10 grand.
Oh, man. Okay, I guess she went a little overboard on a few things. She's just excited. Come on, we're younger than you guys. Don't you remember what it was like to be young and about to get married?
Brian, she's trying to spend more on her engagement party than my entire wedding and honeymoon cost combined. Or should I say, she's trying to get me to spend more.
You know, I think this is just a miscommunication. Bridget doesn't have a materialistic bone in her body. I don't know what happened. She just didn't know what this stuff cost. She must have booked it all and not asked about the prices. I'm sure you two can sort this out together.
Not materialistic, huh? Brian, I haven't mentioned her gift registry yet.
Gift registry? Oh, come on. Now you really are being too harsh. A gift registry is normal. Most weddings have them.
No, Brian, not a gift registry for the wedding. I am talking about her gift registry for her bridal shower.
Oh, is that something people do? I've never heard of that.
Neither have I, Brian.
And it was bad?
Brian, she registered for a $5,000 Chanel purse.
What? Really? There must have been cheaper stuff on there.
Oh, sure, a $500 set of La Mer beauty products. I believe that was the cheapest item on there. Oh, but it did mention that she was also accepting gift cards to Bloomingdale's. So I guess there's that. I didn't want to wait for her to tell me what dress she had picked out for me to wear. I can only imagine what that was going to cost.
Carly, what about the money her parents are contributing? See, I really think you're making some incorrect assumptions here.
Oh no, Brian. I know exactly what her family is contributing. They're paying for half of the actual wedding. And that's it. You see, I spoke to Bridget's mother. She told me how lovely she thought it was that I was stepping up for our family. How, since we don't have our mom and dad around anymore, that it was so nice that I was taking on the parental role and doing what our parents would have done.
Ooh, wow. Well, it's true that they told us we should come up with half the wedding costs. But when Bridget started talking about all these other plans, I don't know, it just seemed like she had it all figured out. I just assumed that the money they were giving us would cover this stuff.
She definitely thought she had it figured out, Brian. She thought that I would be the one covering everything. And Brian, there's more. Do you know why her sister backed out of being her maid of honor? It was because of all this. She expected her sister to pay all of these expenses, since her parents wouldn't. Her own sister doesn't want to even go to her wedding now. And it looks like your sister doesn't want to either.
What? You're saying you won't even come to my wedding?
Brian, you're my little brother, and I love you. And I'm so sorry that Mom and Dad can't be here with you for your wedding. I know that they would have wished they could be. But Brian, I think they would be seriously concerned about the choice you were making here, about who you were deciding to make this kind of commitment to.
What do you mean?
Brian, Bridget's mom and I talked for quite a while. Did you know that Bridget was engaged before you?
What? No, that can't be right. She had a serious boyfriend, but they were never engaged.
That's not what her mom says. Her mom said that they were engaged for nearly a year, but that Bridget broke it off because he lost his job.
So?
So she also told her mom that she wanted to find a guy who made the kind of money that could guarantee her a certain kind of life.
He wants security. A lot of people want that. That's not a crime.
Of course it's not. But, Brian, what would Bridget do if you lost your job? Would she stick by you? Or would she just try and find the next guy?
She'd stick by me, of course.
Do you know that for sure, Brian? Have you talked to her about this? These are the kinds of discussions young couples need to have before they get married. And certainly before they plan weddings that will cost their families tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk to her, Brian, and tell her that you know what she was trying to do. How she was trying to get her sister and then me to spend exorbitant amounts on her. That she lied to you about being engaged before.
Yeah, I guess I need to talk to her. But I'm sure we'll figure this all out. She's the one, Carly. I know she is.
Well, I hope that's true, Brian, because I do want you to be happy. But please, promise me you will have this talk with her before things truly get too far. Okay?
Okay.
Great. And remember, I am here for you no matter what. Brian approached Bridget right after we spoke. He asked her about all of the expenses that she was trying to force on me. He really believed that it was all going to be some kind of misunderstanding, but it wasn't. Bridget told Brian that since our parents were gone, it was my obligation to fork over that money, that I must have gotten some kind of inheritance, and it was only right that I step in for my parents and pay money towards their wedding. Brian explained to her that any inheritance I had gotten was tucked away in my kids' college funds, and that his share was what he planned to use for their portion of the wedding, as well as a down payment on a house. She didn't like hearing that her grandiose plans weren't going to pan out. She also didn't like Brian's suggestion that they forego the fancy wedding and elope. When she told Brian that he'd better do better if he wanted to marry her, Brian started to look at things differently. Between her lies and her attempt to manipulate her own sister, and then me, he decided to take a break from the relationship and broke off the engagement. That was over a year ago now. Last we heard, she was dating a hedge fund guy. Brian, I am happy to say, is dating a lovely girl that he met at the office. I really like her a lot. But if he asks her to marry him, I really hope she doesn't ask me to be a bridesmaid. Have a true text story of your own to share? Email us or share it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more true text stories.
Two, thanks, sorry.
Hi, Connie. It's me, Ellie. Oh, hi, Ellie. It was so nice meeting with you yesterday. Thank you for coming by to look at the apartment. Of course. I hope I don't seem too anxious, but I was wondering if you've made any decisions. I'm getting very close to it. Oh, I don't mean to rush you. I'm sure it's a really big decision, choosing a new roommate. It is, but I can honestly say that I had a really good feeling about you. Oh, great. I felt the same way about you. Is there anything else you wanted to know about me? You mentioned that you would be out most of the day on weekdays, is that right? Yeah, I'm in class almost all day. I tend to just stay on campus between classes. Okay, that works out great for me since I work from home. Right, I remember you saying that. You're a video editor. How cool. Yes, I freelance. But I do have some pretty tight deadlines, so if I can get some peace and quiet during these, it would be the best for me. And I am not much of a partier. Don't get me wrong, I am not judging anybody, and I certainly like to have a few glasses of wine on the weekend. But I was a little worried about renting the room to a college student for that reason. I'm almost 30. Sometimes I feel more like 40. Well, you wouldn't need to worry about me. I'm 24. I took a couple of gap years off, so there aren't many people at school my same age. I'm not really interested in the frat parties. Plus, on weekends, I'm mostly at the coffee shop where I work. I'd say that the most partying I do is listening to the musicians that play some nights at work. Oh, that sounds like fun. I should check it out some night. Sure, I'd love that. Well, like I said, I felt like we really hit it off right from the start. So maybe we should just go over some of the particulars? Sure, anything you want. Well, like I was telling you yesterday, I am fine with us sharing some kitchen stuff within reason. But for the most part, we buy our own groceries. We split internet and electric, water and heater included with our rent. Overnight guests are fine once in a while, but not every night. And of course, the building does not allow pets. Got it. Well, that all sounds good to me. Great. So, are you offering me the room? Yes, I am. Would you like to move in here and be my new roommate? Oh, yay! I would.